You know, we all get insurance for that feeling of security, for peace of mind. But what happens when the very company that's supposed to provide that peace rejects your claim? Well, it turns out every single insurance policyholder in Pakistan has a powerful, free, and official ally on their side, and you'd be surprised how many people don't even know it exists.
Just imagine this for a second. You've been responsible, you've paid your premiums on time every single time. You file a claim you know is legitimate, and then bam, you get that email. Denied. The frustration is real. You feel completely stuck, facing this huge corporation all by yourself. So what's the next move? What can you actually do?
Well, the very first thing you need to know is this: you are absolutely not alone in this fight. And maybe even more important, you are definitely not powerless. There is a system, a real one, that was designed specifically to stand up for your rights.
And that system has a name: the Federal Insurance Ombudsman. This is the official advocate you really need to know about. So let's break down exactly what this office is and, more importantly, how it can fight for you.
So, what is the FIO in plain English? Think of it like a special court. That's what all those fancy words, statutory and quasi-judicial, mean. But here are the only two words you really need to remember: free and fast. Its entire reason for being is to solve your problems with private insurance companies and to do it quickly, without you having to spend a single rupee.
The easiest way to really get how valuable this is to compare it to the alternative, right? What else are you going to do? Go to court? The FIO gives you the power of a civil court, but without all the stuff we hate. Forget about costly legal fees. The FIO is totally free. While courts can drag on for what feels like forever, the FIO aims to get your case settled in about 60 days. And all those confusing, complex procedures, they're replaced with a simple, straightforward process.
Okay, so it sounds amazing in theory, but how does it actually work day to day? Let's get into the nuts and bolts of how this whole thing operates, from where it came from to the specific powers it has.
And you know, this isn't some new experimental pop-up office. This institution has a solid history. The legal foundation was built way back in 2000. It officially opened for business in 2006, and then in 2013, it was given even more independence and power. Why? To make sure it can do its job without anyone interfering. This is a well-established, serious body. So what kinds of issues can you actually take to them? The big ones. If your claim was unfairly rejected, that's their bread and butter. If the company is just dragging their feet on paying you what you're owed, the FIO steps in. It also covers something called maladministration, which is basically a catch-all for any kind of unfair treatment. You know, if they keep losing your documents or giving you the runaround. Now, one really important thing to note, the FIO deals with private insurance companies. For a government-owned one like State Life, there's a different place to go, the Wafaki Motasib. The process itself is refreshingly simple. First things first, you do have to give your insurance company a chance to fix the issue. So you send them a formal written complaint. If they don't solve it or you're just not happy with their answer, then you go to the FIO. And getting in touch is so easy. You can file the whole thing right on their website or just walk into one of their offices. After that, they take the wheel, they run the investigation, and they shoot for that 60-day turnaround. This all sounds great, but does it actually work? I mean, does the FIO have any real teeth, or is it just a suggestion box? Well, let's look at the actual results.
I want you to just take a look at that number. 2.32 billion rupees. That is how much money the FIO helped regular people, just like you, get back from insurance companies in just 1 year. That's not just some number on a screen. That is life-changing money for thousands of Pakistani families.
And it's not just about the money either. You can literally see the trust in this office growing. The number of complaints they're resolving is going up year after year. In 2024 alone, almost 6,000 people got their cases handled successfully. That tells you that more and more people are finding out about the FIO, and they are getting real results.
Okay, and this right here might be the most important thing to understand. The FIO is not just a mediator who tries to get everyone to be friends. Their decisions are not suggestions. This body has the full legal authority and all the powers of a civil court to make sure its findings are enforced.
This is where the power comes from. The FIO can legally force anyone from the insurance company to show up and testify. They can demand any document, any file, any piece of paper related to your case. They can take evidence under oath, just like a judge in a courtroom. And when all is said and done, they issue a binding order, an order that the insurance company is legally required to obey.
So you get it. You understand the power, you see the process.
how do you actually get the FIO on your side? This last part is all about taking that next step.
And listen, this isn't some cold, faceless bureaucracy. This is a direct message from the man in charge himself, Mumtaz Ali Shah. He's saying, point blank, that he and his entire team are there specifically to help you and to make sure your complaint is handled fast. It's a message that says, we're here, come talk to us.
So, getting that help is super straightforward. Probably the easiest place to start is just by calling their nationwide helpline, 1082. You can also file your whole complaint right on their website, fio.gov.pk. And with offices all over the country, from Karachi to Peshawar, they've really made sure that no matter where you are, help is within reach.
So let's just end on this one thought. An insurance policy is a promise. It's a contract. And now you know that there's an institution with the full power of a court, ready to step in, for free, and make sure that promise is kept. So knowing that you have that powerful advocate in your corner, does that change how you feel about your policy?